Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, it's your brother Imran ibn Mansour aka Da'wah Man, and inshallah ta'ala in this video we're going to do an analysis. We're going to make an observation, all of us together inshallah ta'ala, about certain changes that certain individuals in the Muslim YouTube scene have undergone in the last couple of years. Okay. The reason I'm doing this video is because Saleh released a video that was highly inappropriate, exceptionally peak to say the very least, in which he showed an extremely inappropriate display of illicitness and, filth. And what's even more shocking and disturbing is that, he knows the majority of his target audience watching is like 14 to 16-year-old girls who are highly impressionable. Majority of them are very pure, innocent girls who are, probably wearing hijab, praying 5 times a day, or trying to pray 5 times a day, or aspiring to be the best possible Muslim girls that they can be. Yet he put that display on for them, highly inappropriate. So I said to myself, okay, we need to address this issue. But then I thought to myself, hold up, because this issue is bigger than just Saleh, because there's a whole problem with a lot of people in the Muslim YouTube scene, and they all seem to be walking down the exact same path, doing the exact same thing. And we are not waking up and smelling the coffee, because there's a certain pattern that's being displayed that's showing that they come up, they kind of, get famous within the Muslim community and suddenly start doing crazy, weird and filthy and clear-cut haram things, okay? So haram that, generally speaking, what they were doing from the beginning was haram anyway, but this is so haram that even their fans are turning around and saying, this is disgusting, astaghfirullah al-azim, what are you doing? Right? So what's causing them to push these levels and go to a place of no return in terms of the wrong that they're doing? So inshallah ta'ala, I want to take you on this journey, and I want you yourself to, I don't want to force anything down your throat. I want you to come to the conclusion yourself. I just want to help you connect the dots inshallah ta'ala, so you can see the way we've been seeing things for the last couple of years. The reason, you'll be able to understand the reason why we've been going at it, trying to explain to you guys, hey guys, this is the problem at hand. So hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, you'll be able to follow through with us. Before I begin this analysis, I want to start off by telling you a story. I have a very close friend of mine whose name I will not mention, but he used to be a rapper, and he used to be invited to shows, and on one particular occasion, he was invited to a Muslim-only show, which was unusual because he never targeted a Muslim audience. He was just a rapper in Jahiliyyah, right? And at this show, there was the lead nasheed artist. And remember, when I say nasheed artist, that term is not really accurate because these guys are musicians. They use songs. They have music playing in the background. Nasheed is something totally different, but they still force that title on themselves. So no problem. We'll call them nasheed artists for the sake of, this video. So this particular nasheed artist, who was the main guy at the show, and, probably you guys know him, very famous guy, probably you guys already know him, presumably, right? So at the end of the show, he says to my friend, he says, look, you've got a lot of talent. You're sick. Like, you're epic. You're a good rapper. And he said to him, you need to pursue your career in this Muslim audience. You need to basically build yourself in a Muslim audience. Focus on them. Appeal to them. Target them. And the brother was kind of like, uncomfortable, because he's like, I know what I do is haram, and I'm not going to use the religion and Muslims and manipulate them to be able to just get famous, right? And the guy looked at him and he basically told him that, there's no competition in the Muslim scene. Because it's true, right? You don't really have Muslim artists, Muslim singers, Muslim rappers. Very recently they've started to come up, but even then there's hardly any. So if you're trying to get big in the mainstream, right, you're gonna have competition. You got Kanye West to compete with, you got this guy to compete with, you got that guy to compete with. But in the Muslim scene, it's just, 1 or 2 guys, so you can grow up the charts very fast. So the brother felt very uncomfortable with this. My friend felt very uncomfortable with this because he understood it was wrong, and he didn't want to use the religion to satisfy his own desires. He has some kind of a morality, alhamdulillah, and now he's practicing and he's left all that behind, alhamdulillah. The point I want to get across to you is that this is something that's not an individual case. This is actually very common. YouTubers, nasheed artists, whatever, they basically, a lot of them are failed entertainers. They've tried to get big in the entertainment scene, But they failed because they don't really have much talent and the competition is too much. So they navigate and direct their efforts towards the Muslim scene because they're like, this is a scene that I can use to build some fame and then hopefully blow. And if they go mainstream, they go mainstream. And if they don't, they still got the Muslim scene. They got fans. People come to the shows, buy their CDs. Or some of them are not music artists, some of them are just entertainers, and then they realize that, you know, I want to be an actor, I want to be an entertainer, but I can't compete with, you know, whoever the hell these actors are nowadays. Even I don't know who they are, Brad Pitt or whoever's new out there. Yeah, so what do? They become Muslim YouTuber, get some Muslim kind of content out there, build a Muslim audience, and then when that audience, you know, takes them to a point where they're like getting big, and just before they tip to mainstream, they leave the whole Muslim stuff and they show you who their real true colors are. Okay, now don't take it from me, take it from their very own mouths themselves, inshallah ta'ala. I want to play you a clip of Fouseytube because I know Fouseytube recently came out, you know, with tattoos, you know, girls in his videos and talking about him drinking and smoking, and everyone's like, oh my god, what happened? Because Fouseytube was that guy who was making Muslim friendly content. He was making videos about Muslims and Arabs and so on and so forth, right? So what happened? Like, Fouseytube, did you change? Did the fame get to you? And the reality of the matter is that no, the fame didn't get to him. That was always Fouseytube. Okay, so I want to play you this clip from his own mouth so you can see that I'm not making anything up, inshallah ta'ala, and then we'll observe and analyze.
This year, I can finally say I've started being me.
Yeah.
People think that I've changed and that's why I am. But here's what's really happening. I'm finally, you guys are getting an exclusive here.
Okay. I appreciate
all the stuff that I'm showing them that I'm doing now. I was doing when I was making those Muslim videos.
Yeah.
I drank.
Yeah.
I smoked.
Yeah.
I did all of that.
Yeah.
You know,
you're just being honest now.
I just hit it.
Yeah.
And I made myself look like a saint.
Yeah.
And I made myself look like a saint. And I would never let them see me. Like, I actively made sure, don't let anybody see a picture of me at a club or with a girl or drinking or smoking or anything.
Yeah, reputation.
I mean, I rushed the fraternity. I had a whole past.
Yeah.
I hid that.
Yeah.
Now, at 26, I'm showing people, you know what? I drink.
Yeah.
I smoke.
Yeah.
I have a tattoo.
Yeah.
I curse. I do this. I do that. So to them, it's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't, like, this guy is like, he's changed things.
So they think it's like, once he hit X amount of subscribers, now he's off the deep end.
What's really happening is, though, I'm living in a more authentic version of myself.
So, brothers and sisters, notice that, you know, that was all a facade. This is not me saying, this is Fouseytube himself saying, it was, when he was putting out that Muslim content, it was all a facade. I mean, he was putting out that content and he was drinking, he was smoking, he was being the total opposite in his real life as to what he was showing to you guys. But he hid that from you guys, because if he showed that to you guys, then obviously you guys would have dropped him before you picked him up. But he hid it. But you guys picked him up, and picked him up so high that he went mainstream. And when he went mainstream, he realized, hold up, I don't need the Muslim audience no more. So forget you guys. Let me show the people who I really am and what I really do, because I don't need to hide it from the kuffar, because the kuffar, they don't care about that stuff, and they are the ones who are viewing him now, right? So that's Fouseytube. Now pay attention, okay? Pay attention. He was always like that. Now I want you to see this is a pattern. This is a pattern that's taking place. I want to go to a clip of Saleh now for you to see him also admitting that he used to make Muslim content, and you know, he used to make, you know, be praying on the streets and, you know, make all these Islamic related videos and so on and so forth. And now he's got this video out which is basically softcore porn, and well, alhamdulillah, I've not watched this video through, but reading the comments, I kind of got a gist of the kind of stuff that's taking place in this video. You know, sleeping, you know, the sleeping in bed with a woman, okay? You know, a woman like provocatively, illicitly, intimately, explicitly licking his face. Some kind of a really, you know, wallah, I don't even know, but people were really upset in the comments about a scene in the swimming pool, okay? So it just sounds like a soft core porn kind of video. Now, I'm not saying it is. I haven't seen, but of course, licking in the face, intimate kind of, scene in the swimming pool. That's what softcore porn is. Like, in either way, it is highly inappropriate, right? But you see, at the beginning, he was very Islamic orientated, but in this interview that I'm about to show you, he's kind of trying to move away from the whole Islamic kind of scene and just trying to make it sound like, yeah, I did some Islamic videos, but this is who I always was. He says it himself, exactly like Fouseytube says. He says, people are upsetting me, but this is who I am, meaning that's who Adam Saleh was.
Your early material on YouTube targeted young Muslims specifically. Do you at all wish you hadn't targeted young Muslims? Because is it harder to break that mold now?
Nah, I don't regret anything at all. Like when I started YouTube, I did mention, how being a young Muslim and going through bullying. But the way I am right now, the way I am, doing music right now, the music video, that's how I would have always been, even before YouTube.
So understand, brothers and sisters, he's fully affirming this is how he is. This is who he is. This is what he would have done, even without those Islamic related videos. To show you once again that we were deceived, because I know a lot of sisters only related to him because of that Islamic element that he had. I know sisters don't feel comfortable chasing Justin Bieber down the street, even though they shouldn't feel comfortable chasing Adam Saleh down the street. But the only reason they chase Adam Saleh down the street is that they could justify he's a Muslim and he's doing some Islamic related stuff. He's praying in the streets. And that really is what got him the Islamic audience. Let's be real now. Would he have had this Islamic related audience if he didn't do those videos? That audience is what made him famous. That now took him to the point of mainstream where he's like, well, I don't need, when you're mainstream, you can't be just making little, nice little jokes here and there. No, sex sells. Sad reality. You want to get mainstream? Because remember, you guys did the same. We done the same to him what we done to Fouseytube. We picked him up. If his real self came out, if he didn't make those Islamic videos, if he showed us what he was really on and the things that he was about, and which is kind of reflective in this video that he done, right? The music, the girls, or whatever else have you. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. But if he showed that stuff, we wouldn't have picked him, we'd have dropped him. But they hid it once again. So we picked them up to the point where now they go mainstream. And when they go mainstream, their agent and their manager say to them, listen, bro, listen, if you want to go mainstream is about sex. Sex sells. So you got to make these sexually related videos and whatnot. So that's what happens. Anyway, I want to carry on playing some more of what Adam said.
Can you see why some people might assume that you do have a responsibility to maybe maintain a certain image of what a young Muslim is? Can you see why, because your fan base is so young, can you see why some people might assume that you should maintain that image?
Yeah, a lot of people, they seen a lot of my videos that blew up, were like Islamic videos, and I didn't even know it would like blow up out there. I can see why they think I need a responsibility to hold. But the thing is, I'm me, and I've always been the way I am, the same person.
Well, that's sad. Like, responsibility to young girls. Wallahi, man, like young, 13, 14, 12-year-old girls, man, who hang off these guys every word. And you're exposing them, like you're their role model. They look at you as an example of what a good Muslim should be, right? And you're showing them it's okay for a guy to be in bed with a girl, for a girl to lick another guy's face, and then people like myself have to pick up the broken pieces when, a sister in hijab or even without hijab emails us saying that, she done something wrong, she licked the guy's face, or she done something else with a guy and she wears hijab and now the guy left her and she lost her virginity to the guy, and they're learning this stuff from the guy who was supposed to be her Islamic role model, and all you can say is I'm just being me.
And people are saying, oh, you need to know where you're gonna say the day of judgment. Like the day of judgment is gonna be me there, not you. So they should focus on, everyone sins in their own way, So they should focus on what they're sinning, what they're doing. I'll focus on what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Like my music video, my song that I have, I'm not killing anyone, I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not abusing anyone. I'm there to explain, to vibe out. I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. It's just,
of course he's doing something wrong, and of course it's affecting many people. Of course, he is hurting. He's killing the people's hearts through doing things like this. Brothers and sisters, he said on the day of judgment, he's just going to be standing there with his sins. No, it's going to be him and his fans. Because you see, if a person is doing his sins in private, then his sins are in private. But Adam Saleh, his sins are public, so much so that he's influencing other people to do those sins as well. His sins are actually transiting from himself onto these young boys, and majority of them young girls. So that makes it everyone's problem. Of course we're going to be outraged. Of course we're going to be upset. Don't tell us, oh, it's my problem to deal with on the day of judgment. Sadly, you're going to take not just yourself, but even these girls, these boys, before Allah, and be questioned about them watching your content, about them listening to your content, about them being influenced and acting as a result of what they see and learn from you. This is a deception, and it's sad. The Prophet ﷺ said, if a person does an act of good, then he will get the reward of... if a person directs another person towards an act of good, then he will get the reward of that act of good, and he will also get the reward of the one who he directed towards that act of good. But if a person directs someone to an act of evil, then he will get the evil of that act, and he will also get the evil of the one who done that act. So if he's directing people towards evil and wrong, so on the day of judgment, everyone who was directed towards this evil through him is going to stand there as well. And this is why we speak out against such people, saying that, brothers and sisters, it is our problem because it's affecting the masses now. It's affecting the masses. And as you can see, he really doesn't care. Like on the day of judgment, he's going to take hundreds of thousands, if not millions, before Allah, to be questioned and perhaps potentially punished. And I pray Allah doesn't punish him or anyone. I pray Allah forgives them, ameen, and they repent. But thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, are going to be taken, because that's his subscribers are in the millions. But he doesn't care. To show you these guys don't care. Now, brothers and sisters, I want you to really, really understand now. This is a common trend that's happening. Okay, this is a common trend. You got guys who get famous, and literally it's just a game. They're just playing, they're just manipulating innocent young Muslims to get famous. And when they get famous, they drop them, because really it's the mainstream that they're after. Okay, all that talk about my fans, I love my fans, I wouldn't do anything to hurt my fans. Well, your fans are angry, your fans are outraged, the young Muslim girls are upset right now, but you don't care. If you watch the rest of that interview, he's justifying it and saying he's going to carry on doing it, because those fans serve their purpose of getting him up. Now he's up, he's got his other kafir fans. Now I want to mention to you now about Deen Squad, because Adam Saleh and Fouseytube are bad, but Deen Squad is actually worse. Why is Deen Squad worse? Because Deen Squad actually believe that the evil sin that they do of music and rap or whatever have you actually is Islamic. Like Adam Saleh and Fouseytube don't claim to be Islamic anymore. The evil and the sin that they're doing, they affirm, they're like, let me do me. As Adam said, I'll like, you know, he's basically saying, I'll talk to Allah on the day of judgment, leave it to me and Allah. Deen Squad actually tell you, no, this is Islamic. What do you mean I'm going to have to answer to Allah? Allah's going to reward me for this. Which is shocking, because brothers and sisters, the Prophet ﷺ clearly showed us music is haram. And I've got so many videos which I'll link below about why music is haram, and specifically related to Deen Squad. You can watch them. I don't want to discuss that issue because I feel like it's absurd to even talk about whether music is haram or not. But what I want to highlight here is to show you the extent to which this deception has overtaken Deen Squad, and how far and misguided they've gone, to show you that that's how dangerous the ground is that they're walking on, and how dangerous it is for you guys to follow and listen to them. Recently, Deen Squad performed in a tour with Justin Bieber. Now, Justin Bieber is a guy who's got filthy music. He's known for womanizing, playing girls. He's known to be racist. He's known to be a person who's been arrested for drinking, driving, and so on, and all that filth. Deen Squad, same way, have basically like the same kind of audience that Adam Saleh has. Yet they didn't think about the audience that they have, you know, being influenced and exposed to the likes of Justin Bieber. Okay, they didn't care when they performed on stage opening for Justin Bieber. Okay, to show you once again, it's not about Islam, it's not about the Deen. If it was about Deen, come on, man. Even if I know certain Shiite artists who would never perform on stage with Justin Bieber. I know certain singers who are wrong, okay, who would never perform on stage with Justin Bieber, purely because they know that what they do is haram, but Justin Bieber's fully like, that's a no-go zone. But this is indicative of the fact that these guys don't care. They just want the mainstream, and Justin Bieber's mainstream. So when you get that mainstream opportunity, you're gonna take it, okay? Now I want to play a clip to you of Deen Squad, and this is so this clip is so disturbing. Okay, to show you, I don't know if the guy is genuinely deluded or if he's just fully playing an act and manipulating, and just playing a game with the young fans. Peyton.
You guys have no idea how happy I am. Just like I'm going to the Middle East, fam. Like Middle East, like Justin Bieber. Like it. I don't. Wallah, like Allah. It's all Allah. Justin Bieber. 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 It's all Allah.
One less lonely nigga. One less lonely nigga. One less lonely nigga. There's gonna be one less nigga. If I kill you, I'll be part of the KKK. Then there'll be one less lonely nigga. There's gonna be one less lonely nigga.
Justin Bieber, it's what Allah, like you're thanking Allah for bringing Justin Bieber. What? Like you're trying to say that Allah is the one who brought you Justin Bieber. Do you have any concept of halal and haram, right and wrong in the religion? Because if you do, then Justin Bieber is more than just music, which is haram. Drugs, women, racism, that's Justin Bieber. But you believe Allah brought you Justin Bieber? So either you're just deluded, wallahi, and you genuinely believe that you're getting closer to Allah through this, which is a bid'ah, which is worse than a major sin. Because Fouseytube and Adam Saleh, there's a chance that they can make repentance because they know what they're doing is wrong. But bid'ah, this is why the scholars say it's worse than a major sin, because the person doing bid'ah doesn't realize what they're doing is wrong. So you actually believe Allah brought you Justin Bieber? Shaitan brought you Justin Bieber. Shaitan brought you to Justin Bieber. And you attributed that to Allah Azza wa Jal. What's even worse is that he now tries to use a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, about how Jannah has difficulties placed around it, which is basically the hadith tells you that Jannah is placed with difficulties, meaning that you have to be patient, you have to undergo hardship to get to Jannah. So he tries to use that hadith to say that he struggled to work his way up to Justin Bieber. So Jannah is basically earned through hardships. His hardship was working his way up to Justin Bieber. So is he trying to say that Jannah is a way to get to Justin Bieber? Justin Bieber is a way to get to Jannah?
I'm gonna tell you guys something. We struggle. Like, if I tell you the things that we went through, guys. Sin, the Prophet ﷺ even said in the hadith, like Jannah is full of struggles and pain, and Jahannam is full of ease. You gotta struggle to get to Jannah, fam. So that's what I'm saying, guys. You gotta struggle. It's not easy, man. And I'm thankful Allah's giving us the strength, me and Carter.
You have to understand that, to be honest, it's even stupid for me to comment on that.
Yeah, guys, alhamdulillah. So I'm very excited for Dubai. We're all excited, but I also want to tell you guys this, you know what I'm saying? This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All for Him solely. This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justin Bieber. This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justin Bieber. This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justin Bieber. This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justin Bieber. This is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Justin Bieber.
Like right now I'm feeling mixed emotions. I wanted to cry, I wanted to laugh. Confused. You performing with Justin Bieber is all for Allah? Are you like, this is delusion, or this is a game, or are you really trying to play it that? Anyways, let's move on. So this happened. Look, I don't know if many of you guys know, but Deen is a Sufi. Okay, he's a Sufi. For more information, I want you to watch my video below where I discuss this issue a lot more. I know Deen personally. Okay, he stayed in my house. for over a week, almost 2 weeks. The guy's a Sufi, so he's already got a corrupted understanding of the religion. Bid'ah is worse, okay? Like I told you, Adam Saleh Fouseytube's bad, but Deen Squad actually believe what they're doing is correct. Carter's a Shia, Deen's a Sufi, and they actually believe what they're doing is Islamically correct, okay? So that's why they're one step first. So they're falling onto bid'ah, okay? Bid'ah. But then you got IAmKhaled. And look, IAmKhaled did the exact same thing. When IAmKhaled came out, he was that nice guy who was telling people music is haram. I don't believe music is permissible. And then suddenly he started to do beatboxing with his voice. Even though that's haram, he was like, I do beatboxing, but I still believe music is haram. And then when he started to grow, we were lifting him up, lifting him up. Till he got high and he was about to bust mainstream and he realized, hold up, you know what? I don't need to be so conservative and stop music. Let me just come out and tell the people, you know what? I changed my mind. I believe music's permissible now. He came out and told people music's permissible. And what did he do? He started doing full-length music, okay? But IAmKhaled took it to a whole new level. Because IAmKhaled moved above and beyond just music. He started promoting elements of shirk. He's got a video which I will not show to you guys because I don't want to promote it, but a video of him, kind of promoting these Sufi peers and walis and all these dodgy figures. And he's actually got a music video of him actually in a shrine. There's a shrine in the UK where there's a grave, and that grave is worship. People go to the grave, they make dua to the grave, they believe the guy in the grave actually responds to the dua, and he made a music video in there, okay? It's a place called Gomgol Sharif in Birmingham. And he did that. So that's shirk. I'm not saying he's doing shirk, but then he's promoting this shirky stuff. I even made a video about a year ago about him, promoting a song in which there was shirk praise of Ali radiyallahu anhu, where they were praising Ali and talking about Ali as a god radiyallahu anhu, and he was watching that video. I can link you to that video below. Like that was clear cut shirk, and he's just justifying it. So, brothers and sisters, the Hijabi YouTubers are the same. They came out and they had this whole thing about, we're hijabis and we're trying to motivate hijabi girls and be confident. But what did they do? From wearing hijab, wearing abaya, slowly the abaya went, the hijab, this started to show, that started to show, became a turban, makeup, music. And now what do? They're fashionistas, hijabi fashionistas, selling makeup, doing the exact opposite to hijab. Some of them are even telling you, I don't even know if I want to wear hijab anymore. They got famous using the Muslim girls and work their way up. And then when they worked their way up to the top, what happened? Dropped it. What they were really about. So, brothers and sisters, we need to stop getting played like this and understand there's a pattern. People are just using us to get famous. They are failed artists, entertainers, or whatever have you. They can't make it in the real industry, so they try to make it in the Muslim industry. Maybe some of them, never tried in the other industry, but they realize that there's a target audience here. They want to work their way up to the top. They get a bit of fame. They show you what the real true colors are because the subscribers and numbers are so high that if you leave them, it's not going to affect them now. And you know what, brothers and sisters? It's serious. In Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something very scary. And this is my advice to you guys, and I'm going to leave it here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says on the Day of Judgment, when the people are being punished, they will say, we followed sadatana wa kubara'ana. We followed our leaders, we followed our celebrities, we followed our big ones, we followed the people. We followed these people, these chiefs. The ayah doesn't say celebrity, sorry, but it said we followed our leaders, we followed the big ones from amongst us. In other words, kind of like celebrities nowadays. You follow the people of influence. And you followed them, and that led you to the hellfire. That led you to being punished. And what would they say? They say, Allah, give this person double the punishment. وَلَعْنًا كَبِيرًا, and a mighty curse. Who's saying this? The fans are saying this. The fans are saying, oh Allah, give the ones who we followed, our people who we subscribed to, our people who we followed, we liked, we commented, we fanned after them. Allah, give them عذاب ضعفين, double the punishment. وَلَعْنًا كَبِيرًا, and a mighty curse. Brothers and sisters, that is what the person who is the fan, will say to the ones that they followed on the Day of Judgment if the person led them to sin, like Adam Saleh and Fouseytube, or bid'ah as Deen Squad is doing, or shirk as it seems is being encouraged or popularized by IAmKhaled. if a person gets to any of those things, with bid'ah and shirk being the worst, then that person on that day of judgment is not going to show love to these celebrities. Rather, is going to hate these celebrities and is going to actually ask Allah to curse them a mighty curse and give them double the punishment. So it makes sense that you realize that today, brothers and sisters, that these people are leading you down a bad path, so you don't have to stand before Allah like that on the day of judgment. I remember a sister said to me one time, I said to her, because she was a big fan of Saleh, I said, are you going to defend her? It was on Twitter. I said, are you going to defend her on the day of judgment? And she said, yes, wallahi, on the day of judgment, I will stand before Allah and defend him. And the reality is, no, you won't. Rather, you will ask Allah to curse and destroy the one who led you here. Because you watch their videos. When you watch their videos, you watch haram, you're getting the sin, and you're being influenced, that's the sin. And they're taking you down a very bad path. Brothers and sisters, I would like to leave this video here. I don't really want to form any conclusions for you guys. I just wanted you to follow me and observe this journey with me, inshallah ta'ala. I want to direct you to a video that I've done, which will kind of lead some more light and show you why Deen Squad, why IAmKhaled, why these people and these hijabi Barbies and the hijabi sisters come out with the things that they come out. Because it's actually, a lot of it's not just to do with fame. A lot of it actually has to do with a corrupted understanding of the religion. Following people who believe music is permissible. Following people who take, selfies with girls, who mix with girls. Remember, if the people giving da'wah and the sheikhs and the speakers are corrupted, then what do you think about the people who are just the general mass who follow these sheikhs and these speakers? So you got to look at what is corrupting these sheikhs and these speakers, and this video will shed some real light on that. So go to that video below, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, sorry. One final thing, just to let you guys know, we have launched a new project called the Knowledge College, which is an online Islamic studies institute where you can actually study knowledge, a structured syllabus based on classical texts, inshallah ta'ala. It's designed for the young brother or sister who wants to start studying the religion seriously and take it up, a notch and develop and grow. So go to the link below, sign up, register, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.